great receivers, and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Snags a quick pass on the left.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the check.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires left. Zips it out to his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! And explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Rush is on him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time.
He'll try to take it back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's McAllister. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Horned Frogs defense want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Right down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
Number 31.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lemon. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get...
Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, USC! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
21. TCU 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this.
Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Horned Frogs in the hurry up. To the air, it's Hoover. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles it down at the 2.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
On the direct snap, it's Payne. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Throwing right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive.
There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Mayava. Pulls it in, it's Strachan. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Strachan. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, USC.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Hoover. Right on the money. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
It's complete. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Using his legs, it's Fumble. Inside the 50. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. RPO complete to open the drive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Heaves it deep. He's got it along the sideline. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is just what you want. You get a first and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Wide open, makes the catch. Gashing the knee on the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And how about the offense being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone? If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes ahead. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Vanderbilt. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance. Turning it on! And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To throw, it's Mayava. Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered,
room to the right. Touchdown Trojans! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
and this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
The snap sets up to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to South. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. That's caught. It's Barnes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
It's complete to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Pulls and fires complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Caught near the sticks. It's Lane.
The pass on 2nd down, caught by the receiver. Gain of 3. And a 1st down for the offense.
Offense getting set for 1st down. The give out of the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. What a show both of these